Hello there and welcome back to Friendonkey Wrestling Season 2. We are at the finale, we are at the big one. It's Wrestlemania, ladies and gentlemen, and we are in for an absolute banger of a show. After weeks and months of build, we are finally here, and staring us down, no matter what happens this evening in the main event, Randy Orton will be fighting for the FDW World Championship. But who he'll be facing, we don't quite know. In the opener, we are kicking things off in a big way for WrestleMania. The Fiend will be defending his FDW World Championship against Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns winning a Elimination Chamber match to earn a shot at the title at WrestleMania, but Randy Orton, with a couple of weeks to go, finally declared himself that he wanted his sights set on the FDW Championship. So a workaround was agreed with Smackdown that Randy would get his shot no matter what. But we had to sort things out internally first. So the opening match, Roman versus Wyatt. Wyatt having finally won the big one, reaching his final form, doing the unthinkable and tearing the belt away from Drew McIntyre, who pretty much held it all season until the final hurdle. You may also notice that Roman Reigns won half of the FDW Tag Team Championships. He will also be defending the Tag Championship this evening alongside his partner Seth Rollins. Reigns could very well find himself in 3 matches here if he's not careful, so he needs to think about the long game as he ominously makes his way down to the ring. One's to the sky, acknowledging the tribal chief. Seth and Reigns will be defending their tag titles against the Viking Raiders here this evening. But will Reigns be walking into that match with a little bit of added gold and a little bit more prestige to his already prestigious name? Bray Wyatt now, the current measuring stick at FDW. The landscape changing since he returned to the scene, having been unleashed on the purple brand. We have let him in. And there's an ominous sight. FDW Championship resting on his shoulders, with the head of his previous self in hand, the true Fiend unleashed upon WrestleMania. Three matches there already spoken about. Still so much more on the card, and I'll run down that in due course, but first things first.
Introducing the challenger from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, one half of the Tag Team Champions,
Does the fact that he's already a championship play into his successes here?
and his opponent from parts unknown, weighing in at 285 pounds, the men's world champion, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt!
Terrifying persona. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to kick off WrestleMania. And there's the bell. Reigns coming out the gate strong, looking to get the job done early. He knows he's got a long night ahead of him. Potential championships to win, championships to defend, but Wyatt just using Roman Reigns' own weight against him, just throwing him across the ring before perching him up upon the ropes and hitting him with a flying crossbody. We know Wyatt can hit hard. We know he has the mind games, that vicious side. Wyatt, one of the only men to have held multiple championship belts in FDW, former tag champion himself. He knows what it takes to hold the belt that Reigns holds. But does Reigns know what it takes to hold the belt that Wyatt now covets so dearly? Reigns with a side suplex there onto Wyatt before looking for an early pin, getting the job done soon. Only a 1 count, going to need to do more than that to knock off the FDW champion. Spilling to the outside, Wyatt hits a big Uranagi, spiking him into the floor. And at this point, I remind you that in this championship match, one-on-one disqualification in full effect. Wyatt has the champion's advantage. Can he use that to his advantage here at WrestleMania in order to cling on to the FDW championship? As he prays to his fireflies, Reigns heads back between the ropes into an immediate headlock and suplex to the top left turnbuckle. Reigns connecting with pretty much every turnbuckle on the way down. That's going to do some damage to the old legs. Big forearm there to the chest of Roman Reigns as Wyatt now comes running from a long way across the ring into a senton. Winner of this match will be in the main event against Randy Orton, the Royal Rumble winner. Randy Orton, a former WWE champion, having lost the belt over on Smackdown. Wyatt with a big senton off the top rope as well, and these big maneuvers from Wyatt keep connecting with Reigns and will wear him down over time if he's not careful. Doesn't play into Reigns' wheelhouse. Looking for a shot at singles success in addition to his tag team championship. Wyatt following Reigns to the outside with a wind-up clothesline there. Wyatt stalking his prey around the outside of the ring. He knows he's got the 10 seconds to play around with, but Reigns having none of it just flattens Wyatt, who immediately gets back to his feet. So Reigns is going to have to hit a lot harder than that if he wants to take down the FDW champion. Catches Wyatt into a Samoan drop, and the tables have turned. Speaking of tables matches, one match that wasn't announced last time, but is certainly on the card for the show. We'll be seeing the traditional tables match for WrestleMania. And it'll be for the television championship. Bronson Reed once again putting it on the line against John Cena. After how his previous title defense ended, not quite happy with it, so it's going on the line. There was a lot of backlash. He will be defending against John Cena in tables action. Reigns with a flying Superman punch, connecting with Wyatt, just absolutely leveling him. As Reigns gets all fired up in the corner, if he connects with the spear, it could be over. Huge spear, just absolutely tearing Wyatt in half. Ref only with the 2 count on this occasion, and Reigns was just 1 second away from becoming immortalized as the FDW champion, as the crowd chanted him to fight forever. Should Reigns win, they really will be seeing him fight forever in what will be 2 more matches. Both men need to be careful how they conduct themselves, as both of them guaranteed to be facing Randy Orton should they win. who's a hell of a competitor in and of himself. His name needs no weight adding to it. Reigns soaking up the adulation of the crowd, perhaps thinking he's got the better of Bray Wyatt here, but that's when Wyatt can strike. Just when you think you've got the upper hand, that's when he'll pounce. Reigns is going to need more of his big moves. Targeting the back of Wyatt. Smart, trying to remove that kind of vertical base as Reigns gets him up into the fireman's carry. Wyatt able to power out multiple elbows to the side of the head. As Wyatt marches Reigns across the ropes, or across the ring to the ropes. Builds up a head of steam, and with a huge lariat just turns Roman Reigns inside out. Flipping him round 360 for good measure, as Wyatt now just locks in the mandible claw. And that viciousness, rope break may have saved Roman Reigns there, but just almost on instinct, his arms sprawled out across the mat. Great vision on the referee. As Reigns, almost with a kind of muted spear there, catches Wyatt off guard on the outside. Big boot to the midsection. Wyatt shrugs it off. As Wyatt now, with a big Michinoku driver into the floor here by commentary. Reigns going after the arm. Smart. He knows that's where Roman Reigns can deliver that power of the Superman punch. Removing Roman's arsenal. Very smart from the FDW champion. You very much get the impression that it's only a matter of time as Wyatt soaks up the atmosphere of WrestleMania. The bright lights shining down. Wyatt heads up north. Big senton from the top rope. Once again connecting with Reigns, who lies rolling around, potentially broken in the middle of the ring. There's a 2 count. And Reigns with enough to kick out. Both men edging so close to the FDW Championship. Wyatt with a big DDT, just spiking Reigns' head into the mat. And we'll talk about mind games. And again, Wyatt connecting with a basement dropkick to the head. All these blows to the head will start to add up. Headbutt from Wyatt as Reigns is busted open, bleeding for his opportunity at World Championship success. Another huge spear from Roman Reigns out of nowhere. He connects. This could be 3. Will it be? Roman Reigns has done it. Your new FDW World Champion. That is just part 1 of Roman Reigns' night over. There are 2 more parts to come, as he has 2 championship defenses now. Tag team championship defense against the Viking Raiders. And in the main event, Roman Reigns will be defending his newly won FDW World Championship against Randy Orton. From one Samoa to another over on Smackdown, Solo Sikoa defending the Intercontinental Championship against Mez Lee, and Solo retains. Good night for the Samoans. But will it be a good night for Royal Rumble winners? We divert our attention to the women's division. This has been a long time coming. This has been a long time confirmed. Tiffany Stratton, the latest in a line of women to have held FDW Women's Championship, defending her title against Kairi Sane. Now Sane, en route to WrestleMania, has wrestled former women's champion. She wanted the competition. She asked for it. She wanted to know what it took. And then a huge shocker, potentially upset some might say, she's lost every single match en route to WrestleMania. So many people are saying advantage Tiffany Stratton here. Sane has lost to the likes of Bianca Belair, Tegan Nox, Fallon Henley, even Rhea Ripley returning for one night only. But has Sane regrouped, regathered herself? as she takes on Tiffany Stratton, this time with championship on the line. Will Kairi Sane be able to dig that little bit deeper? She's carrying a lot of battle scars coming into this match. And being exposed. Tiffany Stratton playing mind games with her en route to Wrestlemania. I believe this will be Tiffany Stratton's first defense of the FDW Women's Championship. And what an arena to defend it in. What it's all about for this match, folks. A lot of hype around this match. This will also be cementing
Introducing the challenger from Yamaguchi, Japan.
legends of the future, superstars of tomorrow for FDW. Kairi Sane, winner of the Women's Royal Rumble.
Minnesota, the Women's World Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
As Tiffy Strats holds the belt proudly. Hands it over to the ref, who just teases Kairi Sane. Could this be Kairi's night? Will Tiffany be able to defend? In a few minutes' time, we will know. There's the bell, and we're off to the races. Stratton out the gates with a suplex to Sane, before dragging her down to the mat with an armbar locked in. Showing submission, technical prowess, power, but Kairi Sane with the ring awareness to just get her way out of it and reverse. But perhaps the weeks are starting to add up to Kairi Sane, as she had a big swing and a miss there on Tiffany Stratton. Where Sane all wrapped up in the ropes. Sane's diminutive stature perhaps not quite agreeing with the top rope there as Stratton delivers the drop kick and thinks about an early pin. Not even a one on this occasion. Stratton dumping Sane down to the mat. Swift kick to the back before blowing a kiss to her adoring fans. Huge match here for WrestleMania. Stratton thinks about a suplex, but Sane reverses it into a big DDT. She's going to need more than that, as Stratton was immediately able to hit the kip up and kick out of it. Sane's going to need to deliver those strong style attacks. Background in Japanese style could be the difference here. She comes off the ropes. Again, hits the Sana Rooney. And continues putting in those educated feet. Sane in control of the matchup. Has it all been a ruse? Sane to the top rope. Is she thinking about it? We haven't seen it pretty much all season. There's a crossbody. She teased the elbow, but not quite here. A 1 count for Kairi Sane there. As both moving back to their feet before Stratton immediately drags her back down to the mat. And that was smart from Tiffany Stratton. She knows Sane is most dangerous in the air. Able to hit the insane elbow. So Stratton can just keep her on the mat. Keep her slowed down at her pace. She knows it plays into her advantage. But as soon as Sane starts building up momentum, like she's doing now with swift but strong kicks and strikes, and a crossbody off the middle rope like that, Sane looking for an early pin. There's the 2. And with every pinfall attempt, Sane gets closer to championship glory. Stratton rolling out of harm's way, back in control with a drop kick. Sane able to shrug it off the second rope and delivers a drop kick of her own. In a game of one-upsmanship, who will be the better woman? Headbutt there from Tiffany Stratton, and is that frustration starting to sink in for the champion? Stratton with a 1 count. Sane digging deep to stay in the match. Stratton thinking about a big elbow there to connect with Kairi Sane, but Kairi senses it coming and reverses into a Black Widow attempt there, locking her up. And there's the big lariat, just dragging Sane down to the mat once again. Stratton just smashes Sane's face off the top turnbuckle, pretty much in line with Sane's height. Now into the second turnbuckle. Stratton delivering a big kick there from the outside. A bit of miscommunication into the fireman's carry. Stratton gets her up and rolls through. Almost a Rolling Thunder-like attempt there. Sane thinks about a spear, but almost on instinct there. Tiffany Stratton hits a drop kick and Sane just completely misconnects or misses completely before delivering a Uranagi and spiking her down. Big Michinoku driver there from Kairi Sane, who heads again to the second rope, egging Tiffany Stratton on to bring it. Off the second rope, she again doesn't connect, and Kairi Sane cannot be affording to make these mistakes, as Tiffany Stratton will capitalise on them. Clearly the weeks are taking their toll. The damage has been done from all of her losses. You've got to feel one more mistake from Kairi Sane will be punished. As Stratton goes for a 2 count and was just 1 second away from her retaining her championship and solidifying herself as an FDW legend. To the top left corner now, Stratton's in control. She thinks about it. Off the second rope, corkscrew, moonsault, connects. And that's all she wrote. Sane made far too many mistakes that she couldn't afford to do, and Stratton punished her for it. But fair play to Tiffany Stratton when the time came for it. She has retained her FDW Women's Championship. And as it stands, unless there's anything major that occurs, she'll be going in to the future as the FDW Women's Champion. Joy on the face of Stratton. Now, from a joyous occasion to a not so joyous occasion in a rivalry which has been bubbling up for about half the season. Gunter versus Ilya Dragunov. 1-on-1. Having been back and forth. Gunter marching to the ring with the Imperium entrance. He still marches there proudly. Having been ousted by his own soldiers. Ilya Dragunov replacing him as leader of Imperium, with William Regal by his side, and having earned the loyalty of Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser. Gunter stepping into the ring once again to take on Ilya Dragunov. This should be a hard-hitting affair, and it is an Iron Man match as well, so this will not be one fall to a finish. I believe 15 minutes will be on the timer, and the man who can pick up the most pinfalls over the other will have proven themselves the better man, the better leader of Imperium. And perhaps a psychological advantage here for Ilya Dragunov that he is walking into this match with a championship belt, the Cruiserweight Championship round his waist. The only man in Imperium to have held an accolade, or to have held that particular accolade. Vinci and Kaiser this season tag team champions. William Regal coming to give his wise counsel, joining the group. And Gunther unable to convert any sort of championship success. That's not Imperium's MO. Dragunov almost lording it over Gunther here. Now, of course, the championship will not be on the line as Gunther does not meet the criteria for the Cruiserweight Championship. But there's the bell and a hard-hitting 15 minutes await. Dragunov immediately looking for some big power moves there as Gunther just pushes him away. This will be a war. Big suplex already from Gunther to Dragunov. Huge lariat, dragging him to the floor. And now whipped off the ropes. Gunther catching him into a suplex. German suplex to boot. As this is the aggression that Gunther can bring when he's backed against the wall. And his honour is called into question. His leadership abilities. Gunther's track record here on the channel, going back to season 1 of Smackdown, pretty much cementing his legacy, but it's been a less than stellar season for the ring general. Like his own comrades turn on him, he now stands alone. Sought to form allegiances with others, they didn't pan out. Dragunov now putting in those big strikes on Gunther. And that's what makes Dragunov so dangerous, as he thinks about a quick early pinfall here over Gunther. As the battle as to who is the true ring general rages on. Big knee to the side of the face there from Ilya Dragunov. And currently, I'd say it's advantage Dragunov as he stands tall in the ring. Gunther looking pretty groggy on the outside. Now count out still in effect here. A count out will count as a loss. We know that Dragunov is not above using the count outs. Gunther now back between the ropes. Collar and elbow type as again Dragunov looks to just expel Gunther from the ring. And thus lording over him once again that he, Ilya Dragunov, is the ring general. Can Gunther follow suit here? German suplex to Dragunov. Gunther feeling himself. Big boot. Levelling him. As we approach 3 minutes gone in this matchup already. Couple of pinfall attempts here and there, but no success as of yet as Gunther thinks about getting Dragunov up for a power slam. Dragunov can see it coming, wriggles out of harm's way and hits a ripcord lariat. And that is hard hitting. Not very often you see a Goliath like Gunther turned inside out. Locked up once again. Dragunov whipping Gunther off the ropes. Connects with a huge European uppercut, busting Gunther over in the process. This could be an early pinfall. Ref in position, counts the 2. Not even a single pinfall yet. The crowd chanting for them to fight forever, and they will fight for a long time yet, with this being an Iron Man match. Dragunov thinking about locking in a slap. Gunther senses it coming, gets out of harm's way. Dragunov looking to send Gunther to the outside once again. Again connecting with a huge flying European uppercut, and that might be enough to secure Dragunov's first pinfall of the matchup. There it is. Advantage Dragunov. And that has got to knock the confidence of Gunther as the blood starts to pour from his forehead. Spilling to the outside now. Dragunov sizing Gunther up. Hits a huge tope suicida. and just demonstrating why he is the Cruiserweight champion. Showing that he can do the hard strikes, the ground-based submission, the big power moves, and also the high-risk maneuvers that make the Cruiserweight so fun to watch. Big throw there from Dragunov as Gunter's back into the ring. Dragunov goes up top, and again with a big Cruiserweight maneuver, drops a knee to the lower back of Gunter, and that has got to hurt, no matter how big and bad and tough you are. 2-0 to Dragunov, and Gunter is shaken. He rolls to the outside himself, but Dragunov not having any of it. Tries to follow up with a tope suicida, but Gunter senses it coming. Gunter will need 3 pinfalls here if he is going to walk away from this match with his honour intact. For Imperium leadership, Dragunov stands 2-0 up on the ring general. Big power slam from Gunter to Dragunov there. And there's the patented Gunter chop. Gunter dragging Dragunov down to the mat with the sleeper locked in, almost a crossface type there. Does Dragunov tap, or is he? He has the wherewithal to power out. Swift kick there from Dragunov, and now they start teeing off on each other. Big slaps and strikes. Both these men known for their hard-hitting offense. As Dragunov just eggs Gunter on to bring the chops, to bring the slaps. Who can hit harder? Who can take the punishment? Both men staggering the other, blow for blow. And there's the reverse chop there from Dragunov, flooring Gunter. Thinks about getting a 3rd pinfall in. We've got to think if Dragunov gets a 3rd in, it could spell doom for the ring general. The title after this evening, which he may no longer be entitled to if Dragunov can secure ultimate victory here in this Iron Man match. It's turning into a classic. Dragunov thinks about a dive to the outside, but sees Gunter getting to his feet. Huge ripcord lariat. Gunter once again spinning out of control. As Dragunov starts feeling himself, he thinks about dropping the H-bomb, and there connects. The blood absolutely pissing from the forehead of Gunter now. There is 3-0 to Dragunov, and we're approaching the halfway distance. Gunter shaken now on the rocks. And a second H-bomb from Ilya Dragunov. Will this be 4? Will it be insult to injury? Yes, it will. Sent on for good measure. 4-0 to Ilya Dragunov, who in a display of defiance drops Gunter with a power bomb. And it's 5-0. And this is just an absolute mugging at this point. Gunter not even with 1 pinfall yet over the Cruiserweight champion. Dragunov has his number. As he calls on the support of the crowd, he sizes Gunter up for a huge flying uppercut. Will this be the 6th? Yes, it will, and Gunter is just taking all the punishment now. 6 minutes left to go. Gunter needs a miracle. Huge spike there to Dragunov. Gunter targets the arm. Will he even get 1 pinfall on the board? That is the question. How the mighty have fallen. Big blow there from Gunter, who locks on the sleeper hold, wraps his legs around the waist and drags him down to the mat. Can he get Ilya Dragunov out? The longer he has this locked in, the more it favours Gunter. He's worn him down. Dragunov is not out. standing on the outside. Gunter can't afford to waste time like this. He needs to get Dragunov back into the ring. He needs to secure pinfalls, victories, countouts, submissions, anything he can do to get back in this matchup. It is 6-0 Dragunov. Gunter goes high risk off the top rope, dropping a knee of his own. He goes for a hook of the leg. First pinfall of the match for Gunter. It's 6-1. He drags Dragunov back to his feet, gets him up for a huge sidewalk slam. Inverted there, just driving Dragunov's head into the mat. The ref taking the time to get into position. And there's a quick pinfall from Gunter. It's 6-2. Can he keep connecting? Can he keep building them up? He gets Dragunov up once again for another sidewalk slam pile driver type thing there. Referee. And there's 3 for Gunter. Out of nowhere, Gunter dropped 3 pinfalls on the board. It's 6-3 with 4.5 minutes to go. Big back elbow there from Gunter from the ring general. He connects once again. Targets the arm of Ilya Dragunov. Removing that offense. Removing the H-bomb delivery system, if you like. Gunter can't afford to let up. He's got momentum on his side. Wrenching at the neck of Dragunov. Dragunov powering out. 4 minutes to go. Big reverse hip toss there as Dragunov's back in control. Quick reversals. Quick maneuvers. Dragunov thinking about connecting with a knee, but Gunter senses it coming. Back and forth between these two gladiators now. Another big uppercut and Dragunov's in control. Is he going to think about a cover? He gets Gunter back. And there's another uppercut. Gunter is floored once again. Smart from Gunter, using the ring to his advantage to drag himself back to his feet. But Dragunov dumps him to the outside. Does Gunter have time to get back into this matchup? It's 6-3. If he can get the momentum, if he can score 2 or 3 more quick pinfalls, he could do the unthinkable. But as it stands, you very much get the impression that it's going to be Dragunov all the way. Gunter lying motionless on the outside now. The blood rage starting to subside. And insult to injury, it looks like Dragunov is happy to take a count-out victory for his 7th. But breaking the count, Gunter catches Dragunov off guard. Will Gunter be happy to take a count-out victory here to add to his tally? Both men back in the ring. Dragunov catches Gunter as he's posing. Gunter can't afford to showboat. He has nothing to showboat about at the minute, as he is 3 points down on the Cruiserweight champion. Dragunov going to the top rope. Thinking about a coast-to-coast here. And that is huge. He drops it and connects with Gunter. Hook to the leg from Dragunov. Will it be 7? Yes, it will. And that could be the final proverbial nail in the coffin. As Gunter thinks about a big lariat, Dragunov senses it coming, connecting with an uppercut en route to that lariat. And there's the 8. Shot from Dragunov. Blood staining the mat now. Gunter is dazed. He is confused. He doesn't know what's going on. As Dragunov hits those windmill chops across the chest of Gunter. Big DDT from Dragunov, who stands tall. A dominant champion, an aggressive champion, and soon to be proud ring general. With 1 minute to go, Gunter is 5 points down. It is all but over. Dragunov tees it up, drops the elbow off the top rope, and now it's just a case of can Dragunov hit double digits. There's 9. swift DDT. And Gunter has been taken to school. 20 seconds to go. Dragunov sizes him up. Connects. Not quite. Gunter manages to dodge out the way. Hits a suplex. There's not even enough time now for Gunter to collect the pinfalls he needs. He just wants to get a couple of strikes in. It is 9-3 to Ilya Dragunov. Gunter hits the powerbomb, but it's far too late.
Here is your winner, Ilya Dragunov!
And that's a sight we haven't seen very often. Well, it's a sight we've seen often, Ilya Dragunov standing tall. But Gunter, once again this season, unable to convert. To finish off, we'll see late to this match here as Baron Corbin and Bron Breakker claim Tag Team Championship gold. This will conclude part 1 of Wrestlemania. Join us back here in part 2 where we'll be kicking things off very much in a similar style with Roman Reigns defending the Tag Team Championships with Seth Rollins against the Viking Raiders. Very much looking forward to that one. I hope you are too. So join us back here for the concluding part of WrestleMania. I'll see you soon.